Hey everybody. So, I'm doing this video. Gonna put it um on YouTube and Instagram, and I want to show you my stomach and that. So then, because I got something really exciting about me that I would like to share. Okay? So just don't take it personally, but I just wanted you to know about my circumstances. And sorry, I'm a bit tired because of what I did today, so I'm sorry about that. um um See, hmm this is why I'm making the video, because sorry, I'm just really tired. Okay, so just gonna go over here and I'm gonna come back and I'll show you why I decided to do that. Okay. Honestly, I never felt so much better about myself, my life, if it wasn't for these. You know, I got my gramps to order me 3 bottles of these nighttime fat burners. They're all natural, they're just supplements, but I don't believe that they are tested yet. I think somebody made them and then put them out on Amazon. Um, I don't believe that they're tested yet. So I'm probably one, if not two, people that tried it. I think, I don't know. I never saw the reviews on them, but um, they do seem to be working a lot. And um, I have a real big issue with feeling like I've gone in starvation. Like, like this is how I explain it, right, to people, but I'm gonna explain it to you a different way. Um, do you know? Of course, many people probably know somebody or had a friend that had a caregiver or parent that probably didn't feed them enough, and were probably skin and bones, or at least see the ribs anyway. Um, um, because they weren't being fed enough or not at all sometimes. Um, like Jordan Turpin, for example. Her siblings that were literally being starved. And years and years and years ago about that boy under the stairs that that was being starved by his biological dad and his stepmom, you know, by being kept in the closet, um, and abused and starved in that. Well, my parents have never done that to me. I was always allowed to eat, but for some reason, my brain, um, somehow, some reason, told my body for ever since I was in grade two that it was starving, that it had not eaten in like a week. That's how it literally felt. And as I got older, um, I gained so much weight that because my brain had to take, even though I'm on a medication that the doctor put me on to help me with that, and I was on Ozempic, but that still didn't work. My body got used to it, and then it reverted back to the way it was. So I couldn't burn off the amount of calories I needed to take in, right? That's what happened. And so my body was having a really hard time burning off because if I wanted to go out for a walk and I got hungry again, my brain would need to consume a very, very, very large portion to stay full. So, and I've been like that ever since I was in grade two. Imagine that. As 7 or 8 year old. At like 7 or 8 years old until like today in 2026. So like think about that. Having to live like that from like 2006 or 7 until like 2026 or 27, you know? And you have no idea what caused it. You have no idea. You didn't do anything. Nobody did anything. It just happened. And it's an eating disorder. It's definitely an eating disorder. But I did not cause this. And nobody did. It just happened. I was just sitting in my desk. I remember very vividly. I was sitting in the middle row, right, in the classroom. Like, I think two desks up in front of me. I was sitting in the middle row, and and it was getting close to lunch, and all of a sudden I felt this intense starvation. Like I did not know what it was for many, many, many years. You know, I did not know what was happening. So my body just craved a lot of junk, and it craved a lot of food as well. So so I think it was a week or two ago that I just finally said, you know what, I need to do something about this because I'm not burning off as much as I am taking in, and that's not okay. Like my mom has expressed that she was so concerned about me getting sick, eh? She's even said that to me. And I thought, wow, she's right, you know? I felt like really, really, really awful. you know? But it's not something I can control, you know? I felt so horrible on the inside, you know, even thinking that, you know, if I continue to have to constantly eat like that, I will become sick or, you know, and not being able to do anything, right? Not being able to eat what I want or just even get out of the house. Because if I remember correctly, there was a show on TV. If it's still on, I don't know, but it's called My 600 Pound Life. Those people are like 1,000 pounds or over. Well, they can't even get out and walk half the time. There are no 600 pounds. They're, um, these people weigh about as much as a bear, maybe even over the size of a bear. Like, and no, I'm not meaning about a teddy bear. I'm meaning like a grizzly bear or um, a bear in the wild. Because a bear is normally about the size of them. Like, and yeah, they can't even get out and watch your kids play sports. They can't support their children. They can't, because they can't even get out of bed because they're so heavy. Imagine. And half of the people probably have eating disorders they cannot control. Sometimes abuse and trauma led them to eat like that, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes there might be eating disorders, like me, you know? They might have years and years and years ago, um, just developed a constant starvation like I did, and didn't know how to get rid of it or couldn't get rid of it, you know, because years and years and years ago when I had that, they didn't know what was wrong with me. They tried everything, you know? But, you know, but until I was able to express on my own what was going on, it took like 4 or 5, maybe 10 psychiatrist visits before he finally said, okay, something's going on, you know? And so 2 weeks ago, because I was still like that, I decided to, you know, try you find a supplement out there that can burn all the fat on a body and suppress my appetite. So I had my grams look it up, and then I had him order like 3 of these, right? Because he doesn't have Amazon Prime, so he has to get so much before he can get free shipping. So he got 3 of these, um, and then they delivered it for free on May 11th. And so far, it's been working good. I haven't needed to feel to take as much calories. I I look at myself in the morning and notice that my stomach is shrinking a little bit, you know. Um, I and because it's so natural, it should stay that way. It should not, like my body should not reject it one of these days and then say, okay, you lost this much weight. Um, you need to you need to go back and consume more. I shouldn't do that because um, it is all natural. It's all natural herbs and that in there, you know. So it should not do that, you know. Um, like let me just see here. And it says obviously do not exceed recommended dose. Pregnant or nursing mothers, children under the age of 18, and individuals with a known medical condition should consult a physician before using this or any dietary supplement. Keep out of reach of children, of course. Of course, keep out of reach of children, right? Do not use if safety seal is damaged or missing. Store in a cool, dry place. Um, and it said the statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases. Obviously, because it's just a fat burner. It's not, you know. So don't be thinking cures cancer, diabetes, because it's obviously meant to prevent that from burning off the fat, right? So you shouldn't get diabetes or cancer. We're gonna, you know. So, duh. Obviously, it's not gonna cure diseases if it burns off the fat, because you're not gonna get sick anyway, you know. And it says, okay, here's the ingredients: white kidney bean extract powder, um, green coffee bean extract, L-lithamine, I think, and L something. Um, I think, and I think this is Bulgarian root abstract, or no, yeah, I think it's Bulgarian root abstract, you know, whatever it's called. Um, so yeah, it's pretty good stuff, you know. I just can't pronounce a lot of what's in it, but if you can read it, it's okay. Yeah, you can read that if you can. Yeah. Um, so yeah, it seems to be working good. I think tonight is my third night of taking it, and it seems to be working okay. I'm not getting hungry the next day as often, and when I do, it's bearable. I still get hungry, but it's bearable. It's much more manageable. So if I get hungry, my dad is cooking, I don't feel like I gotta leave the room because I'm gonna get sick. Because I'm because I'm that starving where I just can't stand it. Like I'm so starving that I'm gonna get sick. So luckily I'm not like that anymore. So it is not near as bad as it used to be. So keep fingers crossed that it continues and it should be okay. I should be okay.